Dealing with death is difficult for all of us, no matter who we are, whether we're losing a mother, a grandmother, someone in our family. But dealing with death for kids is very difficult. So there's a special place, and I want to introduce you right now to Chris Tucker and Lauren Ritchie, who are both a part of the Sharing Place. Lauren, first I want to start with you because you actually went through this program as a teenager.
I did. I was 15. I lost my dad when I was 15, and my mom put us in couple months after, and it was just amazing. You know, when you are 15, you're surrounded by people who the biggest problems in their life is who's going to ask them to prom or what they got on their math test. And here I am dealing with, you know, how am I going to live without my dad? And I walked in, and it was just like, it just felt right. It just felt safe. And
were you with other kids who had gone through the same sort of experience then?
Yeah. What you do is you go and you're in a group, and they're all about your same age, and they're all people that have, you know, dealt with the same kind of death or that you have, and it's a place for you to feel normal rather than an outcast like at school.
Well, and that's a really good thing. Chris, I want to ask you, the Sharing Place is something not only for teenagers like Lauren, which really helped her, but also for little ones, because they have questions. When somebody dies, they wonder if when they fall asleep, are they going to die, or what happens? So what do you guys do for even little ones?
Ages 3 to 25, but the little ones, we just have to keep explaining over and over that we won't see them again on this planet. And do all kinds of things because they don't emote like we do.
No.
So they have to get it out of their bodies. They're all physical, so we have a big padded room called the volcano room, so they can go and kind of get wild a little bit, kind of work it out of their systems, and then we talk a little, and then they get wild again.
Okay. Now, where exactly is the Sharing Place?
It's on 3300 South and 1695 East.
And open to anybody? Do you
open
need to
to anybody. Nope, you just need to call and ask for an intake.
Okay. When you first went, you probably had a lot of questions yourself. How long did it take you to really open up?
You know, my mom took me there, and she told me we're going to go, and I didn't want to go, and I fought and I screamed, and I was like, I don't want to be at this place. And I think that's very typical for a lot of children. They don't know what's going to be done with them there. They think it's therapy, and really it's a support group. It's a place for you to find other people who are in your same situation and bounce things off of people. And I knew my very first group that this was the place I was going to be for as long as I was in Utah. Because I just love it there. I think it's a fabulous, wonderful place that helps countless kids. So.
Well, help is a big word here, because when somebody dies in the family, sometimes people will, you know, bring over a covered dish or whatever, but there's other things that you can do to help out.
Absolutely.
What are some of those things?
Well, the casserole brigade is important.
Yes.
Because that helps us get through the first little while. It's important to listen, and it's important not to ignore people. Sometimes we are so afraid of what emotions they're going to display when we talk to them that we'll ignore them. So a lot of times people at the Sharing Place say, not only did somebody die, but nobody's talking to us. And so what happens is just ask, how are you doing since your dad died? Instead of saying, people will kind of suggest, how are you doing?
Right. ...
except for saying, how are you doing since your mom died? And you remember them throughout the year.
That's very important, because I
year.
remember when we lost my stepdaughter that those Christmases after and the Easters and the birthdays are some of the toughest things that you can go through, and people don't realize that 10, 15 years down the line, it can be very tough too. You also talked about raking leaves, shoveling snow, washing windows, even helping with laundry, because the daily things get to be difficult too.
Absolutely. We have all kinds of volunteers, program volunteers, over 110 to help us with the kids. Then we have 60 who come in, clean up, kind of disinfect all the blocks and toys and shovel and all that kind of stuff, because it's hard. We only have one full-time person there.
Okay, well, there's ways that you can be helpful. Thank you so much, Lauren, for sharing your story. Are you helping with the Sharing Place now?
I am. My husband and I both volunteer there, and my mom's on the board of directors, and my brother just has been volunteering there as well. We're family there till the end.
Well, it's a difficult subject to talk about, but thank you so much for talking about it, and thank you so much for having a place where people can go. The information is here, and if you ever need this place, it is a terrific place. As Chris said, from ages 3 through 25, kids have questions, and they will continually have questions, and so you need to take them to a very caring, sharing, loving place. Lauren, Chris, thank you so much. Okay, coming up, we are going to talk about summer safety, things that you need to know when you take your family outdoors. Stay with us.